Going on to you, Geminis. So you have the King of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. So a lot of you Geminis, King of Cups, a lot of you Geminis are very much so looking back at your past. And learn and trying to do everything that you possibly can to learn from your mistakes. A lot of you are realizing that, you should have done, if you could just do things differently, your life would be way different, right? According to you, according to a lot of you Geminis. And the Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords represents the frustration. The Two of Pentacles represents the frustration, but also the desire to, like I said, go back in a time machine and do everything all over again, but differently, right? So yes, live, but do the way that you live, do it differently because you know now what you know. And the thing is that the Nine of Swords is about how, because you see your life would have been way better. Because the way that your life is right now, I'm not saying that it's terrible, but it's a little bit frustrating because a lot of you Geminis may have your morale or your confidence down. And don't be afraid. Don't be scared of, that you're not going to find anybody or health issues or whatever it is that you got going on. Don't be afraid of any of that type of stuff. Because if you do, pretty much it will essentially add to it. So the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups is about how, this thing will be doom and gloom or something that looms over your head. And you don't want anything, being the Lord of you, looming over your head. You have options, okay? Whether it's dating, whether it's friendship, whether it's family, whether it's health, right? You do have people around you that support you. And the thing for you, Geminis, is that, a lot of y'all like to take on the world by yourselves because y'all are air signs. You know what I mean? And, y'all want to do your thing. But the Two of Wands represents that, like it is, I said before, let somebody in. Let people know that, let people know what you've got going on and how you feel. Because if you do that, then it'll make the situation way better because the Seven of Cups represents, it'll help speed up the situation as far as getting to things that you want, right? Instead of dealing with people that would essentially be playing games and wasting your time. When you talk straight, say what it is that you want, that really puts things into perspective for you. The Empress and the Nine of Pentacles is about how, because we have so many people who can't say what it is that they mean and mean what they say. So the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles is about, but you have a lot going on as far as a lot of things that you want to live for and enjoy, right? That you do plan on doing. Some of you Geminis may be thinking about how to actually start doing a lot of the things that you wanted to do, right? And actually make yourself happy instead of having to make your loved ones happy. The Queen of Pentacles. Let me explain something to you. I was just remembering something. I was just remembering how the Gemini can be so underappreciated. And I was sorry. I was remembering that time. I was remembering a time where a Gemini that I was in love with was kind of serving the room like a Virgo. and I had and like people didn't necessarily appreciate or say thank you, and I was the only person in the room to say thanks or whatnot, and stuff like this. And anyway, anyway, y'all don't want to hear that story, y'all. Anyway, it just this reading just brought me down memory lane, though, for real. The Queen of Pentacles represents, you have to understand that you Geminis are appreciated. And that the Queen of Pentacles is about you having to live for yourself, like I said, and finally do the things that you want. If money is an issue, legally, of course, figure out a way for you to be able to actually, get over the money troubles or whatever type of obstacles that you have, so that so that you can be able to actually do more of the things that you want to do. Because this is more so about you Geminis being single and happy about it, more than it is like really trying to come to any kind of an agreement with somebody who's hard-headed. And these last two cards, you'll understand why. The Four of Swords and the Five of Wands. No more trying to negotiate with a hard-headed person. A person that's just made it up in their mind that this is what it is that they want to do. So now it's like you have to go back and forth with them and argue and bicker with them to have them let you get to know them and stuff like this as an option, right? While they have other options. A lot of you Geminis don't care about that. A lot of you Geminis shouldn't care about that, because at the end of the day, how many times have people misundervalued you, didn't say thank you, didn't appreciate your existence? You know what I mean? I keep getting the flashback to that. I was the only person out of like 5 to say thank you or whatnot. And anyway, I saw beauty in that Gemini. Anyway, we're not even gonna go down that lane. But anyway, so let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles. So this reading is way more about learning how to take care of yourself. And Queen of Pentacles, something that you should have been doing for years and something that you haven't been doing. Three of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Eight of Cups, right? Justice. Yeah. The Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords, feeling betrayed that, not a lot of people care. And you should have been taking care of yourself, honestly. See, that's the thing. Like, Mercury borns, Virgos, and especially you Geminis, you should be taking care of yourselves. You should be a little bit more selfish. Y'all give to everybody else in the world, but y'all can't necessarily give to yourselves. And like it is, I said before, Mercury represents service, right? The messenger of the divine one. So so what does a messenger do? Give. Essentially give packages, give letters, right? But they don't ever get told thank you, appreciate it. Well, I thank them, but the point is that that's my point, though, that it's time for you Geminis to stop allowing yourself to be underappreciated. The Eight of Cups and the Justice is about, yes, you not doing things as far as putting yourself to be, on a chopping block anymore, just haphazardly for no reason. You don't have a cause, you know what I'm saying? People just looking at you like, not, and I hope YouTube don't hit me for this, but like a pincushion, like a person that, you know what I mean, is just like, that deals with all of the scapegoating, and people don't appreciate you and say thanks and really want you around. None of that. And it's time for you Geminis, and you realize this, that, it's time for you Geminis to not think like that, and for you to actually care about yourself more than anyone else cares about you. And, if a person just can't, and it's not self-centeredness, it's self-care, right? Because You spent years sacrificing for other people and putting on for other people. Now it's time for you to start putting on for yourself, because if you leave it to a lot of other people, like, you gotta understand, like, a lot of other people really don't see the value in other people, and can actually appreciate the life and appreciate what I do. You know what I'm saying? But like, not a lot of people can do that. They can look at it, and the person hasn't necessarily given them a thing. The person could be a vagrant on the street, but still be like, hey, you know, bump into the person on accident, right? Of course, accident. And then be like, oh, excuse me, you know, have a nice day. You know, a lot of people really don't understand how much that brightens up their day. And it's not about your importance, right? It's about the idea of you actually interact with a person, but you take them into consideration as being a living being, instead of some sort of inanimate, some gumball machine that just plops gifts and prizes and cash out. And a lot of people have really dehumanized people in that sense, and they start objectifying people. But then when you know, Gemini, show people some love, right? Now you got to start, you know, people don't appreciate it. Now you got to start doing it to yourself. You got to start showing yourself some love. And honestly speaking, this is what I mean when I say that forget about these rules, these quote unquote rules, of these unspoken rules, or the way that a lot of people do things is because it's stupid at the end of the day, right? For instance, it's like ice cream, right? And people, right? This idea that, you know, the flavors of the ice cream represent the ethnic groups of people. And I'm like, look, vanilla ice cream is my favorite ice cream. I don't care about what. But then such and such people took vanilla ice cream to represent them. But then when you actually take a look at vanilla, right? Vanilla is not that light in complexion. Vanilla is mad dark in actual nature, because, you know, there's a vanilla plant. Vanilla is actually mad dark when you take the actual liquid essence of vanilla. It's actually mad dark. Chocolate is like beige. You know what I'm saying? Chocolate is like beige. So when you look at it, it's like, yo, this is my point. I'm going to do whatever I want. Forget about all of these rules, because these rules don't make any sense anyway. They're just means of dividing people. And it's the same way when it comes to you, right? You've divided yourself, alienated yourself when it comes to showing respect for yourself, right? You've disassociated yourself, right? Because you can be humble to that degree. So that's pretty much it. Be kind to yourself, okay? Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe.